And welcome back to Martinsville, Virginia. The UNOH Performance 200 continues for the K&N Pro Series East. Green flag back in the air. Ryan Truex on the inside, Darrell Wallace Jr. on the outside as we restart on lap 154.
It's time to get it done now. Inside of 50 laps to go. I'm telling you, it's getting a little bit cloudy, Rick.
Well, Brett Moffitt is trying to make it a sunny day for himself. He just got by Darrell Wallace Jr. Take second away.
Kevin Swindell.
Kevin Swindell on the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr. as well.
Right. Kevin Swindell has been extremely aggressive here these last 10-15 laps.
Ryan Truex is going to have his hands full very soon. Brett Moffitt has shown incredible strength in that number 20. We see the 9 of Kevin Swindell holding on to third. Battle for the 6th position. Ty Dillon on the inside, Kovaluk on the outside.
Great move by Ty Dillon to get side by side with Kovaluk down in turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if we can do something in 1 and 2 here to get that advantage.
Coming off of turn number 2, it looks like he's going to have the advantage. Ty Dillon half a car length. Now Kovaluk will duck in behind him, so Dillon takes the position.
Jake Crum right behind Kovaluk, the 0-1 car.
Oh, and spin on the racetrack. Cole Witt gets turned around, our 9th caution of the day.
Tough break for Cole Witt, who was running up in the top 10 when he got turned around.
A very strong race car, and you see him getting going just in front of race leader Ryan Truex. So we'll have to line him back up again and see if Ryan Truex can stay out front.
All anxious moments on these restarts. There's so many things going on here. You have to make sure you don't spin the tires, don't miss any gears.
And so Ryan Truex will be on the inside. Brett Moffitt on the outside on this restart. Kevin Swindell, Darrell Wallace Jr., Jody Lavender making up your top 5. Brett Moffitt's been strong. Let's see if he can stay out front. Green flag back in the air.
Moffitt has the edge as they get down.
Oh, Jody Lavender has problems on the restart. Takes the 3 of Ty Dillon into the inside wall with him.
It looked like Jody Lavender was a little bit slow on the takeoff there. Let's see if we can take a look and what caused this incident. Take 2 top 10 cars out of this. Watch him now, 3rd row. You see how slow he is? You see Kovaluk drive away. Then looked like Ty got into the back of him a little bit, got him sideways, and then when he straightened back up, it took both of them into the inside wall.
Very disappointing for Jody Lavender and Ty Dillon. You see Jody out of the race car. Not happy at all with the way this one ends at Martinsville.
Yeah, tough break. Had such a good, both those guys had such a good run going. Just went a little bit slow on the restart there. And
Ty Dillon got into the back of the 88, spun him just a bit, and both go into the inside wall. So Brett Moffitt, Ryan Truex will be 1 and 2 when we restart. You see them line back up. Moffitt on the inside, Truex on the outside. Again, when they took the stripe, Moffitt was in front of Ryan Truex. Green flag back in the air.
Remember, we talked earlier that these guys race when the green flag comes out. Oh, Ryan Truex really wide. Falls back to the 3rd spot, side by side with Kovaluk for 3rd.
Kovaluk, let's see if he can get the nose in front of that 00. He does, and here comes
Kevin Swindell.
Swindell's going to go sideways. Jake Crum stopped on the racetrack, nowhere to go as the field dodges him. The 11th caution comes out. Scott Booley in the 86 also turned around, as well as the 63 of John Salemi.
But look at all the track position they lose. Wow.
Difficult situation. Swindell had gotten up wide. Take another look.
He's just on the outside. Looked like Jake may have gotten to the back of him just a little bit. Got him out of shape. Then Jake had to stop right there. Couldn't drive through him. And watch all these cars for position drive by him. There's Cole Witt, Jeff Anton, Zach Germain, 18 of Max Gresham.
Another look.
Ooh, what a job by Max Gresham to avoid the 0-1 of Jake Crum.
John Salemi has to stop in the 63, and as they do that, the rains come here to Martinsville. We knew it was overcast. We had no idea a thunderstorm was going to break out, and so now it has started to rain here in Martinsville. After 172 laps, Brett Moffitt in front of Ryan Truex, and the skies open up above. NASCAR has called the race, and that means Brett Moffitt gets his first win of 2010. Let's hear from him. He's with Derek.
Well, Brett Moffitt walks into victory lane, doesn't drive in, but a win's a win, right? Yeah, it's we had a right front go down there, and luckily Eddie McDonald had something happen at the same time, so the caution came out. Able to maintain on the lead lap there, and there towards the end, my crew chief just told me drive as hard as you can there and just hope for the best and hope it starts raining, and that's exactly what we did. You know, that one I actually had to work for versus, you know, just saving my stuff out front. So from coming from the back to winning, that's just amazing.
You're probably the only guy that was happy that it rained. You had Darrell Wallace and Ryan Truex behind you. Were you nervous that they were coming?
You know, I had to pass them, so I figured once I got by, I could at least hold my own. So, you know, you can never be not nervous when people like that are behind you. Last year's champion, and then Darrell Wallace won the first race of this season. So it's just, you know, it's amazing that after all the bad luck we've had this season, to finally get that win.
Well, guys, Brett Moffitt is a winner in a very wet, rain-soaked Martinsville victory lane.
One of the great things that Brett Moffitt will acquire because of this win is the famous grandfather clock that's given out to the winners at Martinsville.
Yeah, that's a very historic trophy, but great runs by a lot of guys. Andrew Ranger with a top 5. Matt Fromm, his first ever start, gets a top 10 finish.
The win streak ends for Max Gresham. He finishes up 17th. He had 2 wins coming into this race back-to-back.
Darrell Wallace Jr. ran this whole race on the same set of tires. Never put tires on.
Eddie McDonald, after being so strong early on, finishes up in 27th. Amazingly enough, the rains ended this one. It was great battles on the racetrack side by side. We take a look at our point standings. Just 8 points separate 1 and 2.
You have a new point leader now. Our last year's champion, Ryan Truex, moves up to the top of the list with Darrell Wallace Jr. only 8 points behind.
Next race on speed from Roseburg, Oregon. It's the West Series that will be on June 17th.